That's so cool.
All right, that was Rain.
The character that appeals to people that like to hit buttons.
Yeah.
Rain's, though, quite a bit different in this game. Rain has traditionally been a ninja. In this game, in Liu Kang's new era, he's been completely reimagined as a mage. He's the high mage in Sindel's court, and his moveset has substantially changed. There will be little hints and fun nods to the previous versions of Rain, like you'd expect,
Right.
but he's going to be one of the more radically altered characters, and I think it's an interesting new take. So,
And like we've done in the new era, like all the characters will have, they're still somewhat who you know. There's still stuff that's
Right.
going to bring you back
Right.
to them that you loved using when we were younger.
yes.
But they've definitely changed.
Yeah, he
So,
probably has, like, mostly new moves to
Sean.
go with his new role, like his new power set. It's pretty neat, so let's check it out.
let's do it.
All right, here we go.
So you'll notice right off the bat, he has a new weapon, which is his wizard staff. And he uses it in most of his normal attacks. And he is definitely now much less of a physical fighter than he ever has been before. He is
That's cool.
a very powerful mage, and he uses it in most of his attacks. A couple normals I really wanted to talk about. Like you can see even
I
his
wonder
sword,
if the
instead of using
wave
his
dashes
foot,
are still here.
he literally uses his water staff.
Damn,
This is
that's
definitely-
cool.
I love the kick up.
It's,
The
it's
kick
so
up.
good.
That's so cool.
And you'll notice the water leaves the top,
Hi,
gets
Ty
in and
Geimer.
comes back to the top.
How's it
Right,
going?
I absolutely love it. So let's start off with a couple normals I really wanted to show. His forward 2, 1, 3 is just like really good range mid, pretty
He's
quick.
done.
He's also
Facts.
got forward 3, which is an overhead, into a double overhead, and he gets a pop-up. That'll be one of the most important, I think.
Double overhead. That's so
And then
cool.
one other normal I really wanted to show
Yo,
was a
he's so
standing four,
cool.
which, even though he's no longer a ninja, he still has tremendous leg strength.
Right.
So strong that he can actually kick you across the world. Now this is an interesting one, because if you hold it, he gets a combo.
What?
And he can also cancel out of the hold
What's that? Oh, he looks dope.
to fake you out.
Okay.
There you go. See,
He still
I'm
got
good.
that. Launcher from
And
the
let's check out his
ground with the
throw, which is
water.
a nice nod to the classic water bubble. He goes in with you, and then you burst out.
She's got.
So
Oh,
you can see
Rain
his
always
normal
has
attacks
this
are
swag.
very
is a
fresh
thing.
and different. And I think the water effects are awesome. So you want to go into his special moves?
I think so.
So he has some really interesting zoning tools. I mean,
Ooh, I
some might
love it.
even call him a premier zoner. And let's start with his straight projectile,
Nice.
which takes up a ton of real estate, is fairly quick, and has some interesting ways that you can change it. If you EX it, he gets a full knockdown. He can actually hold it down and get a stagger. And you can actually cancel out of this hold down. So you can mix up doing the move,
Time. Yeah.
doing different timings, doing the EX,
Oh, that's a
or
good.
canceling
This
out
will
of
be a
it.
good
Keep
news.
the opponent guessing. When you have a projectile like that that takes up a ton of space, what's the one thing you know the opponent's going to try to do to beat it?
Jump.
Jump. And that's not going to be super effective because he has an anti-air version. And this has a
water.
very neat EX.
Let's go.
It actually
Chuck
allows
was
him
right.
to
Chuck,
pop
you
up
were
the
right.
combos.
Cetrion zoning. You knew it. That's hilarious.
So I think it's pretty cool. Again, it makes a full screen projectile become kind of an offensive tool.
Cetrion zoning
up
right
close.
here. Love to see it.
Now, one thing would be, well, what happens if they're using projectiles against him? And he has a water bubble, where he surrounds himself in water, and any projectile is going to be negated. It'll actually just be destroyed when it hits the water bubble. And this is something that he can set up, go behind,
Okay.
go in the middle of.
Works as a shield.
Exactly. But
It's
if
a
he EX
shield.
it,
It's a shield, but
surrounds
it's a
him
setup.
and travels with him.
Kind of walk them down.
Exactly. So then you can go in, do his lows, do his overhead, all that good stuff when he has the water shield on.
Gotcha.
Now, there's other ways you can get in.
Do they get
He can
hit
set
with the
these
water bubble though?
portals, and he can set them anywhere he wants.
Or Oh, he's
and
definitely a
then you can
mage,
actually
bro.
warp through him. So you could do cool stuff, like set one here, go in when you want to get out, warp back to where you were. Or, when you're in, you can set one, do
And you
some
can do your
fun
combos.
zoning, and then use this to get back in.
Okay.
And then you can go straight into combos, fun stuff like that. Now, once you've established
Portal
that you're willing to
combat.
teleport or throw out some of these fireballs, and the opponent's scared to move, you
Yeah,
can
this
start
is
using
extreme zoning.
Whirlpool. And he has close, medium, and far. These will go on the ground, and if the opponent walks into it, they get popped up.
So there's a special move, so you can do that off of normals, and then hit
I
them
just
with
grab
that
the top of his staff and
Yes,
throw it down.
it
which
is
really cool.
so cool.
groundwater thingy.
Another move he
Get a
has
cameo.
is
It's so creative.
Geyser. This is a pretty good advancing special he can 2 and 1 into, and if he EX it has armor. So it's a good wake-up attack, a good way to beat pressure, and I think it'll be one of his best combo enders. And then lastly, one more awesome full range move that
crazy.
kind of shows the full extent of his power.
So cool.
And this is a move that he can actually hold or cancel and just drop down. So you can do
Guess
stuff
right.
like you're doing your water ball, and what's called it a fireball, and it's literally the opposite of that. Go into this,
Bruh.
take out the opponent, immediately drop down.
Gets right.
Set
Are
up-
you gonna
you can
get
do all
grabbed?
kinds of stuff.
Are they
Set
gonna
up
continue on with the
portals,
train?
be doing that Thunder God move, cancel it, go through the portal, just all kind of options full screen. I think he's going to be a really interesting character to kind of freeze them up full screen to get him and start doing his mix-ups. And speaking of the mix-ups, let's kind of show
That's
how
nuts.
he can use his cameo and go with that. I
Alright, here we
assigned him
go.
Striker
Cameo.
because I think a cop tuning with a
get
wizard is the exact kind of thing you'd see in Mortal Kombat,
For sure.
right? So the first thing I'll show with Striker is he has his grenade toss.
Nice.
Straight out of MK3, comes in, throws the double grenades. They can either go low or high. And you can imagine, these are ambush moves, which means they can come out while Rain is doing his attacks. So you can do stuff like you're doing your straight water beam while he's doing his grenades. They can also
What?
aid you in combos. So you can do stuff like
Got it.
Striker also has a set of baton moves. He's got Cop Bop, where he comes in and does an overhead, and the classic baton sweep from MK3. So these are lows and overheads.
Whoa.
So,
Got
great
access
example.
to both of them.
Yes.
Nice.
So, one thing you could do, you got your overhead, the opponents stand blocking all the time because they don't want to get popped up. What am I supposed to do? Sweep them. But you can also do this in a string. So in overhead,
Yeah, it
you
was
can
really
do
sorry.
overhead, low. Then they get used to the timing. They're like, oh, I'm one of these like ninja killer or Sonic people with good reflexes. I can fuzzy that. Then you start doing stuff like Cop Bop.
Got
Mix
it.
it up. So just from this 50-50, he can use Striker to have more 50-50s.
That's
So that-
crazy.
That's how you beat Sonic Fox.
That's the key. That's
Got it.
all you have to do.
Got
And
it.
like a famous football player once said, it's more than a 50-50.
Turn this
Yeah.
up again.
Striker has one
The
more
quality's
move,
kinda weird. Hold up.
which I think is probably my favorite.
Oh my god.
favorite thing is he
yeah,
uses
Hayata
sports
definitely gonna
reference.
love Rain.
Well, sort of.
Hayata's a very strong
half and half.
zoner,
Striker
big nooch
comes
player.
from behind and handcuffs you.
What's
and
up,
this
Lazy
gives
Facts?
you
Good to
a
see you. Thank you for
reset.
stopping by. That's nuts.
Then you get a bunch of advantage and you can go for a mix-up.
Okay.
So you get into your combos with a handcuff move, then go in and continue your offense. So like you could start a combo with your overhead, go into the handcuffs, and then make them guess low.
Got it.
It's super
That's
fun.
really cool.
Bro!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So I think that's Rain and
Fly,
Striker, and
bitch!
I maybe go into his Fatal Blow.
Let's take a look.
And I'll just say
Oh!
Striker
We
is
go-
my favorite Fatal Blow.
Okay.
Nice. A.
right, that was Rain.
Yep.
Very exciting. People get their hands on Rain soon. That'll be
I saw
awesome.
Glorious
He's
go.
definitely not washed up.
No.